And yes, that is the sound this ship makes. 100%. That is what it sounded like in the show. Trust me. If you've watched it, then you watched the wrong version. Today we're going to be reviewing this set right here, the Razor Crest, even though technically LEGO did change it to a different name, the Mandalorians Bounty-Hunter Transport, I believe it was, because of like copyright issues or something like that. Anyway, today we're going to be going through this entire set, and we're going to be just looking through it and seeing what I like about it, what I don't like about it, you know, going through all the details, going through all the features, compartments, different things like that. And we're also going to do the minifigures. Also, I do have a mic. Tell me how this sounds. That's it crashing. Oh, and I just broke something. Whoops. We might have a problem. I broke a taxi. You know what? We're gonna have to fix this later. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go and get to the review and fix this in a minute. First, we do have to take all the figures off of the ship. I don't know why they're placed up there. I only placed one of these. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Oh, 4, 200. Baby Yoda is like worth infinitely more than the rest of these figures. I can't do it. This figure does not want to stand up for some reason. I will make this work somehow. Come on, just work. You can do it. Yes. Come on, IG-11. Okay, so first of all, what I like to do is just show all the figures together. So here they are. Going from this side over, we have Grief Karga, the Mandalorian. We have a Scout Trooper, a battle droid, which in this, no, not a battle droid. Excuse me, sorry, I'm going to be roasted by Star Wars fans. IG-11, which is a hunter droid, excuse me. I am a Star Wars fan, guys. And of course, the all-important Baby Yoda. And now we're going to go through these figures one by one. We might as well start with the best one, Baby Yoda. And I did have to zoom super far out on this because it's very small. As you can see, here it is compared to a figure. And it's about half the size of a figure. So it's also just the regular size of any little baby figure. We have a little sewer baby right here to compare it to. It's the same size. Of course, the ears on Baby Yoda are like way bigger. And that's just a little comparison to give you a general idea of the size of it. I really like the look of it because it looks just like I think that it would be, you know, that it's supposed to. I mean, it has a very nice face mold. The costume print, it looks just like it's supposed to. It looks like that. I think he has some sort of coat on, honestly. And the back has no printing, but it does have a little bit of suggestion of legs, which is pretty neat. And the head does have some nice wrinkly printing. I'm actually seeing it in the viewfinder right now. I'm actually seeing some details that I didn't notice just with my regular eye. It looks just like a younger version of actual Yoda, which I don't really know where any Yodas are right now. I think we do have one though. So I would really like to compare it with that, but I can't find the figure right now. Next up, we have Grief Karga, and if you remember the character from The Mandalorian, he was the guy who basically gave him the missions and, you know, ended up being on his team toward the end of the movie. So also, spoiler warning, a little bit too late for that, but there is a spoiler warning for this video. So if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, go watch it and then come back to this review, and yeah. Anyway, so Grief Karga comes with 2 blasters. We're going to go ahead and take those away. They're just the regular type of Star Wars blaster. Look really good though. He has very nice hair. It looks just like him. We have a happy face, which I really like. And we have his serious face, which also looks really good. Putting his hair back on. We have some torso printing right there, which looks, I guess, like it's supposed to. I don't really know. I will pop up a picture. So yeah, pretty good back printing as well. Next up, the main character, of course not the best character, Baby Yoda was obviously better than him, but the Mandalorian, he's the same version of himself that came in the ATST Walker, and I mean, he looks just, you know, the same as that version. I mean, I think it's a neat version, but I really wish that it would have came with the all silver version, you know, where he had his full armor, where he made that new suit. I thought that looked a lot better than this. He does have his helmet though that is that color and looks really good. He has a bunch of details, which maybe that's why LEGO decided to do this. It is a nice material. Like, you can get different looks from different angles. Like right here, it's not very shiny, but then like this, it kind of gets a better shine and kind of highlights some of those metal pieces. On the legs, there's some knee pads, and there's one of these harder capes, and it's probably not good to lift this up, but I'm going to do it anyway. And there's the back printing. As for the face, of course, we saw in The Mandalorian that the Mandalorian doesn't actually have a face, so I'm glad that they accurately represented that. Here's the only bad guy, and I actually feel like super bad for this guy because he's the only character that they have to fight. And he has an entire ship going against him, a trained Mandalorian bounty hunter, Grief Karga, which I think he's pretty good at shooting, and a B-1 battle droid, and of course, not a B-1 battle droid. Why do I keep getting battle droids' names wrong? I meant a hunter droid and Baby Yoda, which, I mean, he would better really be afraid of Baby Yoda. But it's a very nice figure. I was really happy to get it because I've always thought the figures looked cool. Now, if you're wondering, which is probably something that you are wondering if you're kind of fans of these guys, is it the type that has a black head underneath and, you know, is just visible, like is a hole right there? No. But that does give you the option of having this face, and it's not Angry Clone because they've been changing that up, which is really cool. And the helmet mold, let's kind of give you a 360 of that. It looks really good. One of the nicer helmet molds definitely, and a very detailed trooper. I mean, he just looks like he's wearing armor, like it looks proper. On the back, there is that, and that just does it for that figure. Last but not least, whoops, maybe this is least. Come on, stand up, good. When we do have to zoom out for this one and also go up a little bit, this one is a lot taller, but this is IG-11, and we do have some of the guns back there. Yeah, he's just basically a hunter droid. All of them look like 100% the same, but this was like a super good character, I felt like, and he had a good ending and everything, and it's well represented in Lego. He comes with 2 blasters. He comes with this regular like laser blaster and a rifle blaster. That might not be actually what they're called, but that's what I'm going to call them. I don't know. And he has just a regular battle droid body and some nice printing for his head. If you've never seen the printing, there is a little bit up closer. It just, you know, it serves the figure well, I think. Okay, and now what you guys have all been waiting for, probably, the actual ship itself. And how I'm going to do this is I'm actually just going to go from the very front of the ship all the way to the back of the ship. So we're just going to go completely through. We're not going to go around different details and stuff. We're going to just go from the front, show you the details, and just go all the way through to the very end of it. So first we're just going to start with this section right here. Yeah, I think this is really nicely built up. It uses one piece mainly, of course some pieces to attach it and give it decoration, but this one curved piece goes basically just, you know, really makes it look good and really finishes off the curve of it. Just from this angle, I think this ship looks really amazing. It has 2 side blaster cannons, and those look really awesome. They don't really shoot or anything, and they don't move either. They're just Technic pinned in, though you can move that down, and we're not going to reveal anything in the inside yet because we'll go for the cockpit first. On the other side, you have an exact duplicate, it looks like. Okay, well that pretty much does it for that. Now we're going to go ahead and open the cockpit. You can kind of see some of the details. I will point out that there is some stickers at the side of the cockpit. This right here is not a sticker, which I was really glad because I'm not good at stickers, and those would be really hard to place. Opening it up, it opens up, at least for me, not the way I expected. I expected when I first built this, because my brother helped me build the set, so I did not know how this section did. I expected it to kind of fold up like this and kind of just go back or something like that, but really, like on hinges, but really it just unsnaps from right there, and it is attached by those little bar pieces right there. Oh, not bar pieces, those little, I guess Technic pieces they'd be called. I'm not really sure, or ratchet joints or something like that. Not exactly sure of the Canon to Lego name, but they just really utilize that well, and it just kind of slides in, and it really attaches well. Like you can do 360s with it and everything. You can shake it around and it's not going to fall out or anything. So you can really fly this around because it's like super swooshable. So you really don't have to worry about that. The actual interior is like super simple because there's just 2 chairs and a little control panel, one that Lego really likes to use. Of course, you can see some of the Technic and things, but other than that, there's really not anything in here. But for what it is, it's perfect, honestly. I mean, this isn't what the inside of the ship looked like, of course, in the actual Mandalorian. The receipts weren't red or anything like that, but it works really, really well in my opinion. And you can, of course, fit 2 figures in there. You can fit the Mandalorian, and there is a place to put his blaster. I'll show you that in just a second. And you can have his enemy sitting right behind him if you want to. Or any figures. You can even put Baby Yoda in there. And here's what that looks like. So for this section, we do have to keep this off. So let me take that back off, and because this will not fold up without it. Now, they could have just wasted space with this and left it just like that, and everybody would have been fine with it, in my opinion. But they actually decided to allow this to fold up just like that, and to include some little clips right there. So you can take the Mandalorian's blaster, or Grief Kargas's blaster, I guess that's how you say it. And you can just snap that right in, and it will fold straight back down. So you have some, some place to really hold it in, which is really awesome, because, something that really just elevates a set is when you can store everything while you play with it, especially in a ship, because you can fly it and have your weapons in there. So if you fly to a different room and you want to have your weapons with you, you can just take them out of the ship and you can play right there without having to carry them in your hand or anything. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go to the sides, because we're just going to continue with the theme of going, all the way to the back like this. Opening it up, it just slides open like that, or well, goes down like that. Some of it, it's partly ratcheting, partly clawed together. I don't know if that's actually how you say that, but anyway, you can take it. And inside there is just some storage for your blaster bolts. So you can have an extra. And I actually do need an extra in here because I lost the other one, because I shot mine off the other day and lost it completely. That's one thing I don't like about those types of blasters. But that's pretty much it for the inside of that. It's not really anything besides to hold your blasters. It can hold 3 of those. And that's it for that side. Flipping it around to the other side, this one's actually a little bit more interesting. The other side's really good because, of course, you can hold blaster bolts and everything like that, but this one is actually a bed. So you can take the Mandalorian right here, and he can go to sleep. Now, I don't remember this from the Mandalorian. Maybe it was in there, but it does look really good. They may have added this in. Oh, no. No. The Mandalorian's secret identity is going to be revealed. I think we're going to take... Oh, no! I just dropped Grief Karga. I'm sorry. He just tumbled across the floor. So sorry about that, Grief Karga. Well, it's okay, Mando. That was my best impression of him, guys. And, okay, so there is actually what it looks like. That took a little bit, but he looks... like he's sleeping. I mean, he has a nice little bed, nice printing back there. I know you can't see in there the best because of shadows and stuff, but there is just, that might be a little TV screen right there, honestly. I didn't really look in there that great, I don't think. I don't know if I actually even built this section or not. And you can close that up also completely, so you don't have to worry about it not closing. The next feature I wanted to talk about was on the top. Now, first of all, I would like to say that the top is very nicely detailed, but of course you can kind of gather that on your own. But there's a little feature right here that allows you to take a little escape pod out, and it does leave a little gap right there, so there's what that looks like without it. Hopefully when they do that in the show, it doesn't actually look like that. And you can open this up and fit a figure in there. So we can put, we're just gonna put this guy on it, like they launched him out and just, launched him into space. Put his hands down. This actually looks like super cool, I think. And you snap that back on and snap it into place. So if somebody was to, want to either escape from the ship, or the ship was about to crash, then you could take, you could get inside of this, and you want to grab it by this right here. There's little pieces right here, because if you try to grab it from the very top, then it's not going to work out that great. But then you just grab it and you can escape. But looking at this kind of separately, it's a really nice build, I think, for what it is. It's very small, but it does look good. It has some little thrusters and things, and a little viewing port, which I think looks really awesome with this guy in here. It reminds me a lot of Yoda's ship from the Lego sort of shorts that they did from the Yoda Chronicles, and I really like that. Okay, next I might as well, since we're already up here, I might as well point out the size and detailedness of these. This does get quite repetitive right here, but it does look really good. These are pretty sizable boosters. They look like just what they did in the movie, I think. This sticker was very difficult to place because, or at least scary to place. I don't remember if it was difficult or not. And it's basically replicated on the other side. I think the stickers are even the same. Yeah, just a very nice engine. There it is from the back. I do like how they use this gray barrel piece. That's very creative. Also, if you want to give it a different look, you can slightly move these. It's not very much, but if you want to give it just a little bit of a different look, or for stop motion, I could see that being used possibly, like all of them could open a little bit, and that is simulating him going faster in the ship or something like that. Coming a lot lower, it's super low right here. Like, you have to really get down there to even see this or access it, so it's really hard to play down here, but they did a good job with it nevertheless, even though it's really hard to kind of access in the first place. They do have a lot of opening compartments, so you can open the side right here, you can open this, you can open, of course, this, so you have all of that opened up, and it does the same thing on the other side. So that, this, and this little flap right there. Once you open it up, you can see all of this room. There's just like so much that is literally unreal. You could store different things in here. Like I, at one point, had a small little car in there. Now it's not like, it wasn't like a full-sized huge car. It didn't even fit a figure, but I do have it right here. And these do have to be removed, these little carbonite blocks. We'll look at those in just a second. But for right now, we're gonna remove them, and you can slide this right there. So you can actually fit that entire car in there. And that will close up and everything. I'm not even gonna close the other side since we're gonna open this right back up. But I just thought that was really cool how much room is in there. Also inside this thing, you also have a place to store some carbonite bricks. So here's one of those carbonite bricks right here. And of course, we're not really sure who this is, but it's going for the older style, what the original Han Solo was in. There is a newer style, but now this is kind of, I guess, coming back. There's no printing on the back. This was just a sticker, I'm pretty sure, to place. And that was really scary because if you mess this up, you kind of mess up your whole carbonite brick. And here is that second one. Honestly, this, I feel like I know what creature this is, but I don't know what it's called or anything, but maybe you guys know what this is called or what it is, because I could be completely wrong about what it even is. And if you, when you're ready to store these, the Mandalorian does have a little place right here where you just kind of slide them in, and they don't snap down or anything. They just slide in perfectly, and this will hold them in place really good. Like, you don't have to worry about it falling out or anything. Oh, and a piece just fell off. Oh my goodness. Do not make the, I accidentally hit this before I started the review, I think, on that section when I was flying it in. Do not let that deter you from how epic this set is. Also, for the minifigures to access, whoops, didn't close that all the way. Why am I not closing all the way? Oh, what's going on? Oh, there we go. And now that doesn't want to close. What's happening? Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Whoops. Oh no, a piece fell off. Okay. Ah, now that closes perfectly. Sorry about that. This review, as you can see, my reviews do not go very good. I just kind of tell you my thoughts. They don't really go that well. But hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about with all of this, even though I do have bloopers almost in this. This video is basically a blooper itself. But the ramp does open up, and it of course can, have enough room for this car to go out if you want it to. And that's actually how I got it in the first place, I'm pretty sure. That works, and you can slide it out like that. And yeah, one thing that I had a complaint about with the Millennium Falcon, at least not the UCS version, but the Force Awakens version, is that the ramp, you couldn't really get a figure to go out there. But with these, I mean, you can't snap them there, but you can have them kind of a simulation of them just walking out and, different cool things like that. You know what? I actually think we finished the entire ship. Let me check it over real quick, but I'm pretty sure we did everything here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We forgot one feature at the top. There is actually a spring-loaded shooter. And that's why a while ago I needed another spring-loaded shooter, because they go in right here and I was just missing one. The feature is actually really cool and really well hidden away. It's just this little detailing right here, which looks perfectly normal if you don't know what it is. And basically you just press this, get a good angle for that, and that will fire out. And it does fire way out there, and I may have just lost both of those. Honestly, I think I did. Wait, I found one of them. Wait. Oh my goodness, I found an orange one that I've been missing. This video has been very productive. I feel accomplished. I was missing this orange one from my Cole set that I got, which will be reviewed soon, hopefully. But now I have that back. Anyway, I found one of those red bullets. I'll have to look for the other one later, or we might even have a stash of them somewhere. Oh no, a piece just fell off. Again, these reviews are not perfect. But that's the way that they just are. I don't know. Okay, everybody, so I would just like to thank you all for watching. And no, I'm not sitting in a chair right now. My chair's over there because I was using it for this review. But yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of kneel down right here. Now I'm too low, but that's okay. Anyway, so my final thoughts on this set, I really like it. Definitely one of my favorite Star Wars sets, even sets in general. It's one of my favorites at the moment. Also, here it is next to my head. So if you want to get a general scale of what it looks like, I think I covered everything. Let me know if I did. Let me know what I can do to improve improve these reviews if I can do anything better or anything like that, because I am going to be releasing a lot of these because we've been getting a lot of sets recently, and it's really fun to kind of sit down and review these for you guys to watch. Also, let me know what you think about my mic. Does it work good, or do I need to not use it? Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye for now.